I have previously questioned the legality of the 1937 Constitution of Ireland, otherwise known as Bunreacht na hÉireann, perhaps even branding it illegal for sidestepping the legal framework that it replaced. Such a claim, however, demands evidence, not just rhetoric, and here I test it against the 1922 Free State Constitution, Siarstát na hÉireann, focusing on its declared lawful exercise of arms of government, their limits, their purpose, and how Eamon de Valera's 1937 process stretched beyond them. History, as we know, is an oil spill, slick and murky, dimming our gaze of it. We navigate it by touch, wary of emotional snares that Ireland's past so deftly lays, traps that fool us into thinking we grasp it purely. A clinical recital might dodge these, but pruning the story risks muting its pulse. Thus, I weave a brief backdrop from 1916's fire to 1922's ink, then unravel the legal strands of 1937 to probe. Did De Valera honour 1922's law, or overstep it? The 1916 Easter Rising set Ireland's course. Rebels, Padraig Pearse, James Connolly, Thomas Clarke, seized Dublin, proclaiming a republic. Crushed in 6 days, their executions ignited a flame. Connolly, more nativist than republican, struck for Ireland's soul. He quote, "Ireland without her people is nothing to me," he wrote, thus prioritising native workers over statecraft. Sinn Féin's 1918 sweep, the first Dáil's defiance, and the War of Independence followed, with Michael Collins' cunning forcing a 1921 truce. The Anglo-Irish Treaty, signed on December 6, 1921 by Collins and Arthur Griffith, birthed the Free State amid Civil War's shadow. Ratified in 1922, it forged Siarstát na hÉireann, a constitution balancing power and people's will. By 1937, De Valera, the treaty foe, sought to remake it, claiming a Gaelic Catholic vision. Did he do so lawfully? The 1922 Constitution's Article 50 set strict amendment rules guarding its democratic roots. Post-1930, changes needed either a referendum with a majority of the electoral register, which is 50% plus 1, or a 2/3 Dáil majority, plus a Seanad majority. These were procedural arms, ensuring government couldn't reshape the state without broad consent. Article 8 further entrenched people power, guaranteeing, quote, "freedom of conscience and the free profession and practice of religion, which no law may be made to endow any religion or to give any preference," end quote. This pluralistic shield, protecting all faiths, required rigorous amendment to alter, reflecting Collins's inclusive vision. De Valera's 1937 process flouted these arms. The plebiscite Draft Constitution Act of 1937, passed by a simple Dáil majority, authorised the July 1st plebiscite asking, quote, "Do you approve of the draft constitution?" end quote. It garnered 685,105 yes votes, which was 38.6% of the register, far below the 887,528 needed. This fell short of Article 50's referendum threshold, nor did the Dáil's 56.4% meet the 2/3 bar. The Seanad, once a robust check with a 270-day veto as of the Article 38, had been gutted by 1936's Amendment number 24, which reduced it to a 90-day delay. It reviewed the Plebiscite Act but couldn't block it. Its voice was muted. The 1922 Constitution allowed amendments, not replacement via plebiscite, making De Valera's Act a legal stretch. Article 44 of 1937, replacing Article 8, kept religious freedom, quote, "freedom of conscience and the free profession and practice of religion are guaranteed to every citizen," end quote. Yet it invoked, quote, "Almighty God," and gave special position to the Catholic Church, which was later repealed in 1972. This tilted from the 1922's neutrality. Crucially, Article 46 eased amendments, needing only a majority of votes cast in a referendum, not a majority of those on the electoral register. Unlike 1922's high bar, this empowered government over people, as low turnout, example 1937's 38.6% turnout, could pass changes. De Valera's process bypassing 1922's safeguards set this precedent, dimming public control. Connolly's nativist cry in 1916 that the cause of Labour is the cause of Ireland echoes in the 1937's Gaelic ethos, but 1922's rigour better honoured the people's will. De Valera's 38.6% plebiscite and 56.4% vote leaned on power, not law, breaching 1922's democratic shield. These strands, Article 50's unmet thresholds, the Shannon's fall, Article 8's lost neutrality, suggest that 1937's adoption was less a lawful evolution than a bold overreach. Readers may judge, listeners may judge, you may judge. Did it stand on 1922's ground or slip past it?